Hey, what's up guys? It's me again, back with another action figure review, and today is the day I've been waiting for at least a year when I pre-ordered this Hot Toys Iron Man Mark V. But there is the front of the very large box, very large box. It says Iron Man 2, Iron Man Mark V. This is a die-cast figure. The top pretty much says the same thing, just Iron Man 2, Iron Man Mark V. And the side, same thing. And again on the bottom. A whole bunch of words on the back. And there's the front again. So now I'm going to take a second, get everything out of the box so we can have a closer look at it. So there's the Mark V out of the box in all its glory, just standing there. What a beautiful figure. Just my first impressions out of the box. I absolutely love it. And now we'll have a look at the accessories the Hot Toys Iron Man Mark V comes with. First, you have this beautifully done Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt with the gash on the cheekbone there. This head sculpt is done so well, my camera recognizes it as a person. I mean, it's just spot on Robert Downey Jr. Now, when you do get this base that everything is on, it's got that nice placard on it, says Iron Man 2 Mark V, and it has that crotch grabber stand with it. You get the football. I don't think they ever called it that in the movie, but that is what it is known as. And I know a lot of people say, well, he's in the suit. Why does it come with the suitcase? To those people, I say, hush. They gave us an awesome little replica suitcase. Why complain about it? Then you get several sets of hands. You get these hands with articulated fingers. And they actually have the clear plate in them for the repulsor lights. You also get the repulsor blasting hands. And those are sculpted to where you can put the wrists up nice and high. Then you also get several battle damage parts you can swap out. You get a whole arm. Has a lot of really nice battle damage up and down it. Even have those exposed fingers. You have this chest plate with the battle damage. This one with even more battle damage. Your center chest piece with the repulsor light and a lot of good battle damage over top of it. You get another hand with those exposed fingers and just lots of bent up metal and burns. Then you do get a shoulder piece that is battle damage. So it's almost like two figures in one. You can swap out a lot of stuff with battle damage parts. Give it a whole nother look. You also get all your batteries and your little tweezers, which I did install a minute ago. And let me tell you what, I have never swore so much in my life than installing those batteries. That was frustrating. Now moving on to the figure itself, we will get a closer look in. Detail on there. There's that Mark V helmet, just looking immaculate. Just absolutely perfect and spot on to the movie. I really can't find a flaw with this thing. And they did give it like a worn look, like it does have some scratches and scuffs all over it. Just really love the look of the Mark V. I like all those separate little plates that just kind of formed around him, and they really pulled off that look perfectly with this. There's the back looking really good. Look at all those little turning gears and stuff in there. There's not a spot on here where there's no detail. I mean, just the engineering on this is amazing. Even down on the legs, like that just looks like it's just sculpted plain, flat, nothing going on. You can actually pull all these little wings out and get a suit up pose. You also have light up features in the eyes, the chest, and the hands, which I'll take a second now and set that up and turn the lights off so you can actually see those working. So there he is all lit up. Let me turn my lights off now so you can see those lights nice and clear. So there he is with my lights off, all those LEDs shining nice and bright, looking really cool on that Mark V. Again, I did not love putting those batteries in, but the end result, let's say it's worth it. I don't know, those were awfully damn frustrating to get in there. Now there he is with that Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt on. And I'm actually going to pull all these flaps out and try to get that suit up pose going so we can check that out. So there he is with all those little flaps out on his chest and his legs. So you can kind of get that suit up pose where the suit is actually forming around him. Really cool that they engineered that into this suit. I mean, you would think these were pieces that you popped off and popped these on, but no, that's actually built into the figure. Not only is it built in, but they even put lots of little details in that chest under those chest plates. And good Lord, could that head sculpt be any better? I just really don't think it could. You'd swear Robert Downey Jr. shrank and was in your home. Now I'm going to attempt to go over the articulation on this figure real quick. The head has articulation at the top and bottom of the neck, so he'll look down really good. Up isn't really great. That's about as far as it'll go up. These shoulder pads are on a little hinge in there, so you can actually close that gap. I like to pick it up, get it posed up, and then close the gap on it. But your arm is on a ball joint in there, then it's on a disc here at the shoulder, so you can get your arm up nice and high. You do have upper bicep swivel, really good bend at the elbow, you can get over 90. And when you do that, this plate pushes up so it gets out of the way, so you're not stressing it. And when you bend your arm back out flat, you just need to push that back down. Hands are on a ball joint, then of course you have all your articulated fingers. At the chest, you do have a crunch. I can't get a whole lot of movement out of that crunch. I mean, you can get a little, and it will swivel there and pivot a little. Then you have another cut down at the waist where you can rotate and get a little more crunch out of. And when you use that, it like pops up and down. Your legs, you have all these plates here that kind of move and articulate in and out of the way. Way you can get your leg nice and high and get it to go back some. His ass plate does move out of the way. You do have that upper thigh rotation. Beautiful bend at that knee, and it also looks really good when you bend it as well. Then your feet will hinge back that far. They'll hinge forward pretty decent. And there is some pivot in there as well. And you do have that toe articulation. And with those flaps on the legs and the chest, there's some flaps back here that move as well. Have those little air brake flaps. See, that one goes up real high there. You got all that detail under it even too. But that is all for the articulation. I'm gonna take a minute now and pose this guy up. That way we can wrap this review up. So there is the Hot Toys Mark V Iron Man posed up with that Hot Toys whiplash. Tried to recreate that scene where Iron Man said, "Fuck it, I've had enough," and wraps that electric whip around his arm, pulls him in, rips that repulsor out of his chest. But I absolutely love this DIECAST Mark V. I'm so happy to finally have it. Love the whiplash as well. These two just go together perfectly. Really happy just to have the pair. But that is all I have for this unboxing and review. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed these two figures already. Have a good one, guys. Bye for now. Don't that hurt? Yes, very much so.